Hello everyone. Welcome today to this keynote speech that I'm going to deliver. My name is Malamine Badiane. I'm an African born in Senegal. But before I start this keynote, please, I would like all of us to hold a moment of silence for people around the world who are already suffering, starving, and being displaced by the devastating impact of climate change. Please, can we just stand up for just 30 seconds for that moment of silence? Thank you so much. Can you have your seat? So, climate change is a crisis that we are all living around the world. And the most vulnerable peoples are women, children, and youth. And faced with this problem, there is two solutions. We decide to act, to take action to solve the problem, or we just decide to follow. And as CorpsAfrica, we developed a program called CorpsAfrica Green Initiative, which seeks to put young people at the driver's seat and also to be part of the solution. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me take you in the heart of Kenya, in a village called Minyalala. The harsh realities of climate change are all too familiar. Desertification, droughts, and declining soil fertility have made it very difficult for the local population to grow food. These challenges often lead to food shortages, exacerbating poverty, and sometimes forcing parents to pull their children out of school. One day, I met with Dorcas, a young mother of two, a boy and a girl. She had just lost her maize and beans crops due to the unreliable rainfall. And with a heavy heart, she would go around the villages, helping with domestic work and asking for food to feed her families, as she couldn't afford 3 meals a day. Then there were Mwendwa, a bright 7-year-old boy whose dream was to study. His parents just pulled him out of school to help fetch water in a river 7 kilometers away. And every morning, this was the journey of these young children, going to the river and coming back home, while his friends somewhere around the world are going to school. So, faced with this overwhelming problem, I initially felt small and powerless, crushed by the gravity of the situation. Some people, and maybe some people in this room, suffer from romantic depression. But for me, it was climate depression. Like every day after each meeting with the community, I could lock myself in my room, researching day and night to understand this phenomenon better. But I wasn't alone. There was one person who stood by me through it all. His name is Benson Musau, my host father. Benson, a tall, big, and energetic man, was my pillar of strength. Every day, as we drove to visit the villages or attend community meetings, our discussion revolved around climate change and how united we could help farmers, women groups, and children overcome its negative impact. As we visited homes, villages, and farms, solutions began to take shape. We started very small by teaching the local communities how to implement a kitchen garden. And then we started by implementing one kitchen garden in the chairman farms. So a kitchen garden is a small garden where you can have at the backyard of your household to grow vegetable for your families, even when you face issues like unreliable rainfall. And seeing the result of the kitchen garden after just 3 weeks with access to vegetable, all the community members wanted to have a kitchen garden at their backyard. And together, we successfully implemented more than 200 kitchen gardens in 200 households to allow the communities grow what they can eat with the issue of the climate change. And to this day, the kitchen gardens are helping that community with access to fresh vegetables. Seeing the result of those kitchen gardens, hope began to blossom in the community. They wanted more. And together, using the CorpsAfrica main methodology, which are the human-centered design and the design thinking, we identified, designed, and implemented a green project in the Minyalala community. This project seeks to train farmers on sustainable land management. We successfully trained 400 farmers on sustainable land management, but also set up a tree nursery of 8,000 trees a year for farmers to grow trees in their local communities. This not only helped them overcome the negative impact of climate change, but also have access to income, because those kitchen gardens, those trees, they will plant some trees and also sell some trees at the local market. And also, we built a check dam, which allowed the community to collect the rainwater and store it while they can use it through the years, even when there is no rain. The check dam allows also the community to take care of the tree nursery, but also take care of the kitchen garden. Through these efforts, Minyalala community began to transform. Families like Dorcas no longer had to worry about where their next meal will come from, because there is kitchen garden at their backyard. And children like Mwendwa could go back to school, their dream reignited, because there is access to water in the check dam, but also his family have access to a source of income. We talk about Kenya. Let me bring you in Senegal, where we have one of our volunteers who was posted in a village called Sass Mack, in a region called Fatick. It's in the center of Senegal, where cutting down forest trees is a culture in that community. Women go to the forest, cut down trees for cooking. Men go also to the forest to cut down trees for selling, to have a source of income. But the effort of this volunteer called Aicha helped the communities by training them on how to make charcoal briquettes so that they can reduce the use of the trees that are cut down at the forest. And not only the training, it's not only the training which is important, because after the training, the volunteer helped them in building a business model with these charcoal briquettes. And today, there are more than 100 women who are producing and also selling these charcoal briquette made by agricultural waste. So, ladies and gentlemen, this story is not only happening in Kenya and Senegal. It's happening around 10 African countries where our CorpsAfrica volunteers are working, which are Morocco, Ethiopia, Uganda, Ghana, the Gambia, and South Africa. With more than 500 volunteers working closely with rural communities to help them build resilience in the face of climate change. So this story that you hear today shows that by uniting and taking action, we can create a significant change. By uniting and taking action, we can combat climate change, because actions are power. Actions have power. Actions could be your power. You can change a life, inspire a community, and make up this world a beautiful place. Isn't that what we all wanted? Isn't that why we are all in this hall today? So, ladies and gentlemen, let that be our goal. My name is Malamine Badiane, and I'm from Senegal.